little bit of lag. What's up, guys? Welcome to the Collector's Crease. Thank you guys for joining. We'll just give it a couple minutes for the next few people to jump on. Let's see who we got in the house right now. We got my buddy Vin. What's up, Vin? XX Encryption XX. What's going on? Thanks for coming out. We have a great show tonight. Tonight we're talking Disney, all things Disney, Disney Pops, Disney collectibles. We have 3 fantastic guests coming on today. We have 2 YouTube channels and a personal friend of mine coming on tonight, so I am super excited. Vincent, heck yes, we need a ginormous Rangers win tomorrow. I'm really excited. I know a bunch of people went over to Smile World. They were trying to get a mystery box that dropped at 8 o'clock. Before we start the live stream. Oh, thanks, man. It's hey is my spirit animal, so I figured it was appropriate for tonight's live stream. So thank you guys for coming. We're gonna have our first guest in just a few minutes. I just wanted to introduce myself for those of you who are new to the channel. If you guys are new to the channel, definitely give this live stream a thumbs up and consider subscribing to our channel. We just started out with YouTube about 6 weeks ago. We've been having a blast, gotten some amazing support so far. And tonight is our second official episode of this Collector's Crease that we have started. And basically every Sunday night, we're going to be doing a theme. And whether that be a Disney, Marvel, Star Wars, anime, something like that, or maybe we'll talk about a certain topic. We'll talk about Comic-Cons, protectors, Funko sodas, stuff like that. And the whole point behind this live stream is we're going to showcase other collectors. So there are some of you guys who have amazing collections out there. Some people are really into certain themes or certain characters. Some people really like Funko sodas. There's plenty of stuff to talk about in the collecting community. We're also big Lego collectors. We're going to have a couple Lego nights. We're definitely going to talk about movie releases, upcoming like Disney Plus shows. So the whole point is every Sunday night for 2 hours, we're going to bring on different people and we're going to talk about what they like, what they're into, take a step back from showcasing stuff on our channel and focusing on other people. So yes, like Anthony is saying, smash that like button. Thank you guys so much for coming. And yeah, we got a great show. So like I said, we have 3 guests coming on tonight. I'm really excited. First guest coming on in a few minutes is a good friend of mine, fellow collector, Jet_Funko. If you guys aren't following him on Instagram, you better stop everything you're doing right now and go give him a follow because he has an incredible Funko Pop collection that he's been just building and building for the last few years. And I just think it's phenomenal and he just needs to be showcased. So I asked him to come on to the live stream tonight. And luckily he said yes. And we're trying to get him to 1,000 followers on Instagram. So he's an awesome dude. He's primarily a Disney collector, so that's why he was perfect for tonight's live stream. And then later on, we actually have MoneysFunkoPops coming on. If you guys don't know who they are, they have an awesome YouTube channel. Money and his girlfriend do all kinds of great stuff on there. They've done some really, really funny Funko Pop videos. So we're going to talk about them later. We're going to bring them on. And then our third guest of the evening is going to be the Poppin Duo. They also have a YouTube channel as well. And it's a father-daughter tag team. And they do all kinds of mystery boxes, chase roulette, Funko sodas, all kinds of great stuff. Really enjoyed watching Money's videos as well as the Poppin Duo for some time now. And they accepted my offer to come on the live stream tonight. So I'm really excited to have them on. We're going to be talking all things Disney, what they like about Disney, Disney movies, Disney shows, favorite Disney characters, of course, showcasing some favorite pops. We're going to be talking about what pops these people wish that Funko would make, why certain pops have gone up in value. It's going to be awesome. So I do have to give a quick shout out to my 5 current patron members. We had an amazing month of July on YouTube. We went from 33 subscribers to 100 253 subscribers, which was just incredible growth. So we are actually going to be giving back to our patrons, and I want to just personally thank you guys for believing in me. If you guys don't know about my Patreon, we have 2 small tiers to help support the channel, and a portion of each tier actually goes to a charity every month of our choice. And this month's charity that we've chosen, since we started it only middle of July, we're going to continue it throughout the month of August. And then at the end of August, we're actually going to be making a big donation to Pets for Vets, which is a really awesome charity that I found a few months back. I really believe in what they're doing. And we really believe here at Slapshot Pops that it's really important to give back to not only the Funko community, but other communities as well. And that's why we're going to be making a donation to Pets for Vets at the end of August, beginning September. And we'll keep you guys updated on how much money we can raise. So definitely smash that like button. And if you guys are interested in signing up, joining our team, and being a part of our Patreon, I have put the link in the description of this video. Basically, with our 2 tiers, you get a free custom mystery box every month, either with Funko Pop or a Funko Pop and another collectible item, Funko Soda, Pocket Pop, Pocket Pez, Mystery Mini, stuff like that. And then on top of that, which we will be doing tonight to commemorate the month of July, we will actually be doing our patron raffle. So if you are a patron of the channel of Slapshot Pops, so far we have 5. I've entered everyone's name into the bucket here, and because we're doing Disney night, it's Disney themes. One of our 5 patrons will be taking home this Organization 13 2018 Summer Convention, really cool Kingdom of Hearts Mickey Pop. So thank you guys for your support, and at some point during the live stream tonight, we will be pulling a winner. So if you guys want to get in the raffle for next month's prize, you have to sign up and become a patron of our channel. So like I said, really appreciate the support. You guys have been great. We've been having a blast with videos. We've been doing all kinds of crazy stuff. We've gotten all kinds of crazy support from everything. So, and everyone. We started on Instagram, and we've just been having a blast. On Instagram a little while ago, I actually posted some of my Disney Pops. I don't have that many Disney Pops, but it is something that I'm looking forward to expanding on. So that's why I wanted to bring other people on the channel and hear their knowledge, what they know, so we can share it with everybody, because we're all here to learn. So Mr. Piston is in the house. If you guys don't know, Mr. Piston and I do mystery box battles every Friday night. It's been a blast. So I want to say hi to everybody else here in the live stream. Dylan, what's going on? Soul God Gaming, welcome, welcome. Who else we got? Anthony, if I didn't catch it, what's up, man? William Stargell, what's going on? I appreciate you guys coming out. So yeah, so if you guys have any input, please feel free to ask our guest questions tonight. This is all about Q&A. This is all about bringing collectors together, interacting, interfacing, and gaining more knowledge. So yes, XX Encryption, this is a pretty sick pop. I actually forgot I had it. We pulled it off the shelf, and I said, you know what? This is going to be perfect for tonight's patron raffle. So we're going to be doing that pretty soon, maybe in between the first and second guest, or second and third guest. We'll see. So Professor Josh, what's up? If you guys don't know about Professor Josh, he's a good friend of mine as well. He has a YouTube channel. He does some awesome stuff, mystery boxes, Funko sodas, all kinds of crazy stuff. So there's a lot of good people doing some good stuff, putting out some high quality content. And, you know, we want to showcase that and spread it out with other members of the community. So I think Jet is ready to go, if I'm not mistaken. I see him in the, oh, my table slipped a little bit. I see him in the broadcast studio. So I think we're going to bring him on if he's good. And we'll introduce our very first guest on tonight's Collector's Crease. So give me 1 second. What's up, man?
Hey, how's it going?
I saw you were ready, so I figured, you know what, let's jump into it.
Yeah, absolutely. How's it going?
So introduce yourself, let everybody know who you are.
All right, so my name's Jordan, or Jet Funko on Instagram. That's what I primarily go by, Jet. But really honored to be here. That Slapshot John asked me to come on, so it's good to be here for you guys.
Yeah, absolutely, man. We were happy to have you. Like I said, you have an amazing collection. For those of you guys who don't know about Jet, he has a fantastic Instagram page. I believe you're sitting at like what, 850 followers or something right now?
Yeah, around 864, I think.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you got a little growth. So he's a huge Disney collector, and you got to be one of the few people out there. I can't imagine there's many people with as many Disney grails and rare Disney pieces that you have. So that's one of the reasons why I wanted to come have you come on tonight's live stream. And you've just been a great friend and an awesome fellow collector, and it was just a no-brainer in my book. So definitely take it away. Tell us about yourself, how long you've been collecting, why you got into Disney.
All right, so it's actually a funny story how I actually started getting into collecting. I started from absolutely nothing, like not a single Funko Pop. My very first Funko Pop was actually Harry Potter Quidditch robes. I think that was series 1, but I actually got it for my friend as a birthday gift because he was collecting Funko before I did. And went into GameStop. They had one, picked it up, and my other friend distracted him. And then turns out he ended up finding out. He was like, "Oh wow, you're getting that one." I was like, "Oh yeah, haha." But he was like, "Oh yeah, I just ordered mine online," and my heart just completely fell because he's been looking for this pop for so long. So that actually ended up being my very first Funko Pop, and then from there, one thing led to another. And then here we are now, 3 years later. I'm 24. Been collecting for 3 years. It's been a good journey. Had a lot of ups, had a lot of downs, but I've met absolutely tons of astonishing people through this community. Some actually really good friends of mine. I got into Disney because Disney's always been a passion of mine. Like a little fun fact is like my great uncle was actually one of Disney's original artists.
Oh wow, that's insane.
And so my family's always been tied with Disney, and I've been to Disney World a couple times. Has been absolutely astonishing experience. Grew up with the movies, so.
If you had to pick, what's your like top 2 or top 3 movies of all time Disney? Because I mean, Disney is great because there's a lot of nostalgia. Like I feel like a lot of pop collectors are like anywhere from a lot of people in their 20s to 40s. So, we kind of grew up with those movies. We loved those characters as a kid. So there's a lot of nostalgia there.
Probably, I'd say the Toy Story series, and that's a really tough one. Toy Story for sure. It would probably be a tie between Monsters, Inc., Monsters University, and WALL-E.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So not so I saw Monsters University, not Monsters Inc. though. So the sequel, prequel, whatever they did.
So both of them. That was a movie because so Sully calls Boo, he calls her Boo, and so that was actually the nickname my dad gave me when I was really, really little. So because we watched that movie together.
Yeah. That's definitely a cool one. I remember seeing Monsters Inc. in the theaters. I must have been like, I don't know, 8 or 9 years old, and that just kind of blew everyone's mind because that was a very out of the box movie, where it was kind of like backwards, like where the kids and the humans were the enemy as opposed to the monsters, which was pretty unique. So I think Disney's been fantastic in providing a lot of content and stories, even with WALL-E too. I actually recently just watched WALL-E for the first time, and that movie's like eye-opening. I couldn't believe I hadn't seen it.
It is. I remember when that movie came out, so many people were scared because they can actually see that happening to our own world, and I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
I liked it a lot though.
Yeah, it was definitely really cool. And some of those movies too, like I think WALL-E's perfect like by itself. Like they don't need to go back. I think I didn't see Toy Story 4 just because Toy Story 3 like ripped my heart out, and I don't know, I heard mixed things. Like I've heard some people say it was really good, and I've heard other people say that they really didn't need to do a 4th. I thought the Toy Story trilogy was pretty good the way they wrapped it up with like Andy being a little kid and then he went to college in the 3rd movie. and then kind of gave the toys to the other little girl. I don't remember her name at the moment, but
Right. Toy Story 4 was good. I wasn't able to see it in theaters, but I watched it a couple months ago for the first time, and I like cried because it ended in a perfect way. Like, it actually, all 4 movies, it tied them all well together, and the way it ended just made me cry. I was like, I can only watch it once because it just I remember watching the first one as a kid and then watching each one, and the meaning and the emotional just roller coaster it takes you on is phenomenal.
Yeah. And it's crazy, like, because of that, I think that's probably one of the biggest reasons why so many of the Toy Story pops have just skyrocketed. So, and you got to tell everybody right off the bat, you can't actually see it, but Jordan has a giant wall, I guess, either to the left of him or maybe in front of him, where he has the entire Disney series, or how would you say all the Disney common pops, right?
Yeah, I could probably see that.
Yeah, which is that is just truly amazing. Like, you just don't see that every day.
So I have a complete Disney series 1 through 4. Now there is one missing up there because I have it right next to me.
Yeah, plenty of Baby Yodas keeping watch over them.
Oh yeah, a friend of mine's wife actually makes them. But
yeah, so that's pretty crazy, and that's one of the reasons, I wanted to everybody to see how awesome that collection looks all together, because it's crazy. Like, nowadays, like, all these mystery box companies like Spastics, My World, Chalice, Chrono, like, they will take 1 or 2 of those pops, and that's like the grail for like a 50 or 75 box run. So it's just crazy. Now, you said you've been collecting for 3 years, and I've heard you mention a few times, you picked up a lot of these pops and at a price that were nowhere near what they're going for today. So, like, where were you primarily hunting, or where did you start hunting, and then did you kind of mold your hunting strategy to go more towards eBay or in person, or how did, tell us a little bit about that journey?
So one of the actually pretty funny, the manager, or I guess the store lead at GameStop, is the one who really got me into Funko, and he told me about Instagram. And so I started my Instagram page. I didn't go for Disney immediately because I didn't know that Funko actually made Disney stuff at the time. But then I remember seeing Mickey and Goofy and Donald, and I was like, oh, no way, I got to get these. And I went onto his page and just went to his followers and just started going to all of their pages. And I was completely blown away by how much they've actually been making. And I got into the game way later than, some of these other collectors. And I remember I was ignored so many times. Like, absolutely. One person took a chance. His name's Funko Walt. He took me under his wing and then started explaining, what is a grail? What are pops that are expensive? What are not expensive? What is vaulted? And all of these other things, exclusives.
Right.
And then he took me under his wing. And then as the years have come on, whether I've gotten them from the community, I've only gotten, I think, less than 5 pops off of eBay. I've gotten a couple off of Macari, but most of the time I get them off of IG, just from other collectors and friends.
Yeah, and that's honestly, that's probably the best way to go, especially, unfortunately, now. Funko Pops have been around 10. I mean, we're going on a decade of Funko now. So it's funny, like, when you hear people say, oh, I got into the game late in 2016, 2017, when some people are still getting into the game now. Unfortunately, you just got to be careful with eBay. And that's really cool that you had, like, a mentor, somebody you went under someone's wing and they were able to guide you. And now you have this massive collection. Yeah, it's crazy, man. So you got to tell us, like, what are a couple of your favorite ones? I know you have some crazy stories about certain things, and just let everybody know, like, this doesn't happen overnight. Jordan truly has an amazing collection, but this is something that if you really want it, if you really want to build something truly amazing like this that you can love and cherish for years to come, it's doable. You got to do your homework. You got to just be patient. You got to find the right prices, find the right people to do business with. And Unfortunately, eBay nowadays produces a lot of fakes. So, but you always got to do your homework. And I know, there's a lot of stuff I'm sure Jordan can take us to school about for, with all the different stickers and especially the Disney Store logos. Not a lot of people know about the difference between the logos, the significance of, which pops are harder to find now. Especially too, since a lot of the expensive Disney pops, they're not even like numbered pieces. They're just hard to find, and they just weren't mass produced like pops are today. So.
Yep, for sure. When it comes to Disney, my two teachers that taught me everything that I know is Funko Crux. Definitely check him out. And then Nam Hao, who is, at least to us Disney collectors, we call him like the king of Disney, the father of Disney. So I guess I'll just start things off with the very first, probably one that that's gotten a lot of notice lately is probably Mare from Series 4. Sorry, my lighting is terrible.
It's okay, man.
So this is the original one, and why he's so unique is you can actually turn his head, and he's got both faces from Nightmare Before Christmas. He normally sits around like 500 or so. I have two of these, so one of them is on the wall that you guys saw, and then I have another one right here. Just for a common. So you can go into any store and you can see a common roughly around $10, right? And then you see this guy and then it's like 500. So that just goes to show this isn't even a limited piece. And so just goes to show how much like commons can really ramp up in price.
Right.
So with Disney, so as you guys saw for like blue logos and stuff like that. So if you notice right here, let's see if I can get the light. Yeah, so Mare has a blue logo. Some pops have that, or then some pops have a Disney Store logo, which you see right here, where it'll say Disney logo. So it's to my understanding that Disney Store logo pops were you get them at like the actual Disney stores and whatnot.
Right.
And now some of them will have this, but like the way you can tell like first edition. So for like Series 1 right here, they'll also have the Disney Store logo on the side. So I didn't even know about this till not that long ago, but this Buzz Lightyear from Series 1 first edition Disney Store logo is actually one of my rarest Disney pops. Yeah, I do got to tape those up. That's okay. I don't like
those stupid pop stacks, man. They'll fall apart on you.
They do. It's really annoying. Because there wasn't that many of the first edition ones actually made. And I have only a couple first edition Disney Store logos, but I didn't realize how incredibly rare they were. So, for example, I got the first edition Buzz and Woody that I have on my shelf over here. I got the pair for only like $80. And I've seen this first edition Buzz mint condition alone go for over 300 plus.
Yeah.
So,
which is freaking crazy. But in this day and age where we are with the market, it's not, it's not that crazy when you really think about it. So especially Disney fans, like it's I feel like Disney, like certain stuff like comes and goes, but like Disney's always going to be around. Disney owns so much now, and it's one of those things too. Like you can grow up with Disney, you could love it your entire childhood, and then you can go into your adulthood with it, and then you can pass it on to your kids. And I'm sure like I don't know what your future plans are, but like I'm sure you have no plans to get rid of your pops. I mean, like because your Disney collection is just something that you can practically share and enjoy with like you said, anybody who walks into the room.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I don't like a lot of people do this for a living, like buy, sell, trade, and whatnot. Me personally, no, I'm gonna hold on to all of this. It means a lot to me. It's something. One thing that I love about collecting that a lot of people don't really understand, or well, collectors understand, but other people don't, is it's also a way to express yourself. So mine is like through the pops that I collect. So like Disney, it's just an expression of myself, which is something that I really, really like.
Like Professor Josh commented, he said armor worthy. I think pretty much this whole room that you have is definitely armor worthy.
Every single major Disney, I guess you can quote unquote Grail, is in a pop armor, or $7 a pop armor. Mm-hmm. I personally really like them. I know some people have mixed feelings about them, but as a collector, I could throw this across the room and the pop's not going to get damaged at all. Yeah. If you throw a stack across the room, you got a 50-50 shot whether it's going to be damaged or not.
I think it's higher damage.
Yeah.
So you got to show off that one you got in your hand, because that's a beautiful Mickey.
All right, so there are 4 that I do. Probably my 4 rarest Disney pops, besides the first edition logo Buzz Lightyear, is probably the Mickey Metallic D23 exclusive, limited to 480 pieces, which is a very difficult one to find. Even though he's not the most expensive one that I have, I consider him the centerpiece of my collection because it's Mickey Mouse.
Right.
There are some fakes of him that go around. It's not as rare to see them as Lotso is the one that you'll see a lot of fakes. This one is a bit more rare because they'll just paint over another one with metallic paint. But the way you can tell for like fake pops, like the top 3 that I look for is the date stamp, the front stamps, and then the coloring between the boxes and the pops themselves. And I'll go over that with Lotso because he is the most commonly faked. But I definitely, if you can ever find this guy for a decent price, I highly suggest it. It's probably my personal favorite Disney pop. It's Mickey Mouse.
Well, that's just classic. I mean, it's Mickey Mouse. Mickey's been around for, I don't know, has he been around for 100 years yet? I mean, he's been around for a while.
It's been a long time.
So to answer XX Encryption's question really quick, difference between a pop stack and a pop shield armor. There's a lot of differences. A lot of YouTubers have done reviews and breakdowns of it. One of the biggest differences is the pop armor is thicker than your traditional pop stack, which he's got one to show off. It's got that magnetic lid. It has no bottom lid, so it just, as long as the pop is in pretty good condition, it'll slide right in. Some of the older pops, they will actually, like the sides and the top might have expanded or contracted based on whichever temperature setting, or like temperature environment they've been in for the entirety of its life. So they might be a little tight going in. So you might have to like wiggle it in, and then it might be a little tough to get out, which I know, Jordan, you have a couple of those that are just kind of tough to get out, right?
Like my glowing dark back here, he is actually so like the biggest complaint that I would have about these is when you put a pop in them, it's so airtight that it's difficult to get the pop out of. Now, me personally, if you're going to put a pop in this, there's no reason for you to take it out in the first place.
Exactly.
I actually cannot get that Oogie Boogie out. Like, I'm probably going to have to break the armor just to get it out. And then some of them you're actually able to just to slide. So I think it's just a very I know that the owner is actually going to redesigning these to where it's a lot easier to get them in and out, which I think is great. But it can be tricky sometimes. But personally, I would feel much safer putting any pop that I didn't want damaged in these than a stack.
So I got to tell you right now, you are holding one of my like ultimate dream grails right there. So I have the regular Mr. Incredible, which is not nearly as rare or worth as much as the one you're holding there. So you got to talk about that one, because I could just stare at that one all day.
All right. Blue Suit Mr. Incredible, San Diego Comic-Con, 480 pieces, Disney Store. This was my second one. Yeah, so Oogie Boogie was my first big Disney grail. Mr. Incredible was my second because I'm only 2 pops away from actually owning all of the orange sticker. I'm missing the Sorcerer Mickey metallic 2-pack and the 9-inch Sully.
Okay.
And I'll have actually all of the orange ones. This one has been a really hot item in the auction in the raffle community lately. I've seen a couple of them pop up. They disappeared for about a year. Like, you couldn't really find them. Like, if you went to like actual cons and stuff like that, I mean, you would find them, but like, this one's a bit on the more rare side. You see Mike and Sully more than you see Mr. Incredible. I really love him because he's literally just a simple look. They actually changed his outfit on the box, which a lot of the times they don't do. A good example of that is San Diego Comic or SDC Cheshire Cat. He's a different color than his original one. However, they didn't change that for the box. So it's kind of like, oh, come on, why not? You did it for Mr. Incredible. But I really love this one for how clean he is when he was in his prime. This one, price-wise, is kind of tricky because I've seen him go for anywhere from like 14 all the way up to 2K. So
yeah, he's a beautiful pop, just absolutely beautiful. I wish, personally, I wish they still did the sticker, that really cool, the Mickey Mouse sticker.
Yeah, these are my favorite stickers, hands down. The Mickey stickers. To me, there's no other sticker that even compares to these. I really like them a lot.
Yeah, it's a beautiful pop, and the Incredibles is like holds a special place in my heart. That was one of my favorite Disney movies ever. That blew my mind when I saw that as a little kid, like a family of superheroes. That was, I mean, no pun intended, truly incredible.
Oh yeah.
But I gotta get your opinion on this really quick because I have an idea, and I hope, I don't know if it probably, there's like a 99.7% chance it'll never happen, but I think one of the coolest Disney pops that Funko could make is a pop ride of Mr. Incredible in his blue suit in his Incredimobile. Like, what do you think of that? Wouldn't that be sick? Yeah.
That would be really interesting because it would give other collectors who can't afford this
Exactly.
blue suit.
Because that's one of the biggest complaints I've heard from Disney collectors. I don't know if you've ever heard the same thing. Because a lot of people have gotten into collecting. That's from 2011. That's 2012.
Yeah, 11.
2011. Yeah. So, like you said, like you only got into the game 2016, 2017. I was even in the game. Like I started out 2014, but I was in school. I didn't have a lot of money to throw around. So my beginning of my journey was very slow. But one of the biggest complaints I've heard from Disney collectors is the fact that they don't have the chance to own that pop because, like you said, it goes for like $1,400, $2,000, which is a lot of money to shell out for a toy. I mean, that's a lot of months of, eating ramen and maybe not paying some of your bills. I mean, that's tough. But that's my personal. I'm sure you have some pop ideas for Disney pops as well.
Oh yeah, like I agree with you. That like I'll definitely go into the whole like how I actually was able to afford the stuff that I have. Unfortunately, I had to give up like some of the bigger ones I have. I had to give up some pops I didn't want to, like trades, because I would make a list of the pops that I wanted, and then okay, now I need to cut that list down onto stuff that I really want, and then cut that list down to stuff that I have to have it in my collection.
Right.
So I had to do that multiple times, and now I'm pretty much, my list is complete.
Yeah, so that's another thing like you got to mention because I know a lot of people, whether they're starting out in their collector careers or they feel like they've been doing this for a while, or maybe there's some very, very experienced collectors in here. I feel like everybody I've talked to has a wish list, or they have, their ISO, they're in search of pops, their dream grails, stuff they wish they can own. So it's really interesting to meet someone like you where they're like, yeah, I'm kind of done. Like, I don't know, like what kind of pop would you love to see that would make you go, man, I gotta have that? Like a limited piece or maybe a certain Disney character. Like what is something that would make you go, I might have to add that one to my collection?
Probably a limited piece. I'm really attracted to like super limited pieces. If they did another D23 or something similar, I would, depending on what it is, I'd probably go for it. The last one I was really tempted was the Mandalorian for the D23.
Oh yeah.
Super amazing pop, but then they just made a whole bunch of other Mandalorian pops, and I was like, yeah, that's cool, but it's just like I could get another one and still kind of have the same.
Yeah, there was nothing unique about it. It was just
like I feel like uniqueness has kind of left from the Funko scene, and I wish they would kind of bring it back.
I agree. Yeah. Okay. So what about like certain characters? Like, you must have like a favorite Disney character. Is there something you'd love to see like a variation of, or maybe something flocked or chrome or metallic that isn't? I know they've done a really good job. They like with the flock Sullys and the flocked, Lotsos. Like that's perfect because they're actually furry. And I see you got your flock Lotso in your hand there. But sometimes they like flock stuff that like doesn't even make sense.
Yeah, I think what was one that they flocked that didn't. I can't think of it off the top of my head. There was one that they did that was flocked, and I was like, why? But I mean, all right. Probably my favorite Disney character is probably Sorcerer Mickey. That really kicked off my Disney itch, my drive for Disney, is because it was 2005, first time going to Disney World, and I got to see Fantasia live. And that completely just blew my mind as like a little kid. Like I remember sitting there and watching them all happen. Sorcerer Mickey comes out and throws his arm, water comes up, and it was so incredible. And then being able to get a picture with him was just, I remember like I was just crying of joy just for how magical the experience was. And ever since then I was just like, I have to get Disney stuff. So
Yeah, Sorcerer Mickey's.
I had an incident where it just changed my life, and that's what that ended up doing for me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Sorcerer Mickey is a beautiful pop. I think they've done a great job with that one. And so anyway, you gotta tell us about your Lotso, man. A lot of people are looking at that pop, man.
All right, so a lot of Disney collectors and even other collectors who don't collect Disney at least know about how rare this one is. So this is probably one of the rarest Disney pops. Is the flocked Lotso from Series 2, D23, limited to 480 pieces. Now I'm going to see if I can get a good right there. If you guys can notice, there's something interesting about the sticker. It's actually reversed. So there was a factory error where around, and I talked to Nam and Crux about this because there's a really only about 10 of these that have the reverse sticker. So not only is it limited to 480 pieces, but there's around 10 of these that have the reverse sticker, which technically makes this a 1 in 10, which is absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
So I did mention before of how incredibly faked that this pop is. Big things that you can look at for Lotsos if you guys are wanting to ever get a Grail, especially Lotso, make sure you talk to multiple people that actually have a real one, which is what I did. So the flocked on him is actually, on the fakes, is a different color. You can tell that it's a different shade of pink and whatnot. Also, the number that you'll see on the bottom of his foot, one way you can tell for like flock Lotsos is it's actually covered, because Funko actually, now they do the printing on the outside, but on the really old ones, the flock actually covers it. Now you can still feel it, to my knowledge. And when I took mine, I actually took this out of the box, and you can, I believe it's like, forgot what the letter of the numbers are, but that's another big tell. Also, the box itself. So be careful of box swaps and fake stickers, because you can definitely tell from like the timestamp.
Yeah.
And like other things like that, especially right where the number 13 is. That's another common one that people you can catch people on.
Right.
And those are probably like your biggest ones, but never ever hesitate to ask people like, "Hey, I'm thinking about getting this. Is this real?" Honestly, I know a lot of people are uncomfortable with it, but I never hesitate to make them take the pop out of the box and take a picture of the bottom, because they can
absolutely
seriously good fakes of especially Lotso. And you'll spend all this money, and then you realize when you get home and it gets to you, it's a fake. And
there's no worse feeling in the world than that. Yeah. Especially with Lotso, like you're going to be paying triple digits, most likely quadruple digits at this point, unfortunately.
Yeah, he's definitely a pricey one. Although it's like, how do you like to price the reverse sticker one is really tricky. Me personally, I wouldn't even let it go. If like somebody offered me, maybe I would let it go for quadruple what it's actually worth, just because of how rare it is.
Well, that's one of those, it's like you let it go, you're probably never gonna see it again.
Mm-hmm.
And if you do see it again, what's the chances of, that, like you said, that's a 1 out of 10. What's the chances of the other 9 people going, I'm going to let it go, and if you have it, I'm not going to let it go for 4 to 5 times more than you paid. I'm sure the other 9 people who have it in the world feel the same way. So,
yeah.
And that's what makes it incredibly valuable.
Yeah. Because I've had a lot of people ask me what is a grail in the Funko community, and I feel there's a plethora of different answers to that question. Whether it's an old pop, a Volta pop, expensive. To me, I like to think of it as it's old, and value is what you put on it. Mm-hmm. Like I consider that my very first Funko Pop, I consider that a grail because it was the one that started all of this.
Right.
So it's really what you personally feel, because I've had people say, "Oh, that's not a grail. It's not worth more than $10," and I'll just look at them and I'm just like, "Well, all right then."
Everybody's entitled to their opinion, right?
Yeah.
So I think you have another character of mine, very near and dear to my heart, and that is looks like you got a Freddy there for us.
The last one that I wanted to show you guys was probably the last big. This one and Lotso are probably arguably my 2 rarest Disney Pops. And this is Freddy Funko as Olaf, but only limited to 24 pieces.
Wow.
So I have only seen this a couple times in the 3 years I've been collecting. I've seen it less than 5 times.
Wow.
And when I saw this, I was just completely blown away because I love how cute he is. He's got glitter on him, which is difficult to see on a camera, but it's better in person. 2015 San Diego Comic-Con. And then it's one thing that I think is so unique about this pop, there's only 24 in the world. Now, how many of those are actually still around that, you still actually have the physical pop? Like, what if somebody just sold it at a garage sale or threw it away? That's what I think is really unique about collecting, especially super limited pieces. Like, how many of these are actually still around?
Right. Or how many just got damaged or just lost in the mail? You don't know.
Because I actually just found this out recently. So some of the rarest Disney Pops, arguably even more rare than Gold and Clown Dumbo, are the 9-inch Mickey Mouses that are limited to 14 pieces, I want to say. I could be off on that now. It's really, really, really limited. They literally just threw them out in the crowd. And so people caught them. Most of those boxes are damaged, so they kept them out of box, which is perfectly fine.
Yeah.
But then how many of those are actually still around?
Right.
So, and I was also told, like, some of the Clown and Gold Dumbos, like some of those were even thrown out in the crowd, and those are some of the most expensive and rare Disney Pops in the entire community, or in the entire game.
Yeah, and such iconic characters too. I mean, Mickey and Dumbo, and now you're holding a Freddy Olaf. Everybody practically knows Frozen. Everybody makes a Let It Go joke at some point in their day nowadays. So I mean, that's definitely that's another truly amazing and iconic piece.
Mm-hmm. And one thing that got me more into like Freddy's was also seeing you, and you're a Freddy collector, and
I am, yeah.
your vast amount of Freddy's, and so I was just like, well, all right then.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. It's like I'm just a little guy, like you. We all started out with one pop, and I've always had a special place in my heart for Freddy, and it's weird. I can't tell you why. It's just I just think it's cool to see like one little guy adapt and like dress up as other characters. That's why I broke my heart this year with no new Freddys. It really killed me.
I feel like it's like, okay, so to start with like the wish list thing, this year for SDCC, I didn't want anything. Even the Disney stuff, I didn't want a single thing. The only thing that I got are these two chomps that you see up here, gold and silver, because those Abominable Toys was releasing those for SDCC, but because of, current situation that's going on, they released them online early. So
right.
I didn't want any Funko Pops at all. I was actually pretty disappointed with a lot of the reveals and stuff. I feel like this would have been a perfect time to give the collectors and the community something really unique, because people couldn't go to the events. So why not go above and beyond for the community?
Right.
But they did bring out Tourist Freddy, which I actually like the design of it, but it's like a Funko Pop exclusive. But then it's just like, if you don't live there, how are you supposed to get a hold of it without paying absurd prices on the secondary market? And unfortunately, that's the curse of collecting Funko.
Unfortunately, yeah. But anyway, so before we bring in our next guest, I want to end on a positive note, and I want to let you just put a plug in for your Instagram. We're trying to get you to 1,000 followers, hopefully in the next week or so. And but you have a big giveaway that I want everyone to hear about. So.
Yeah, I'm going to do a 1K giveaway. When I hit 1,000 followers, I'm going to reveal the pop that I'm going to be giving away. And it is, I will give you a hint, it is a Disney pop, obviously, because I'm mainly a Disney collector. It is an original Disney pop. It's from Disney Series 1, but that's all I'll say for now. And yep, I just wanted to also like tell people that you can start a collection from absolutely nothing and then work your way up, just like Slapshot has, how I have, how hundreds of other collectors have. Like, if I could give anybody some tips, every time I got paid, I just put a little money to the side and be like, okay, this is for, I call it like a play fund. So this is play money. And every single time, and it's just a little bit of money each paycheck, but you'll be surprised on how much you'll actually accumulate.
Mm-hmm.
And so because of friends and amazing people within the community, I've been able to turn those comments that I had into having one of the best Disney collections around.
And it truly is, man. And that's one of the big reasons why I wanted to have you on tonight. And thank you so much for coming on and sharing. I'm sure we could do like a whole 4 or 5 hour breakdown of, we just got like the tip of the iceberg tonight, but I really appreciate everything, Jordan. It was awesome.
Absolutely. I was happy that you brought me and let me share my collection with your audience.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm really blessed to have met a lot of great people, including yourself. And keep it up, man. Jordan's a great guy. Please go follow him on Instagram. We're all about promoting positivity and just connecting with other people and showing that this isn't a community that's supposed to be about ripping people off and just making money. This is everyone. Funko's slogan is everyone's a fan of something. And, we can all help each other get the collection and get those pops that we want. And just so at the end of the day, we can look at our wall and go, wow, I spent a lot of money on little 4-inch plastic dolls, but these make me happy. So, but anyway, thank you, Jordan. I'm going to bring in our next guest. I hope you have a good night and, please enjoy the rest of the stream.
Absolutely.
All right, guys. So that was Jet Funko. Jet_Funko. Please go follow him on Instagram. Awesome giveaway coming up. He gave me a sneak peek of it. I will not spoil it because I know he's very excited about it. But I want to boost up our next guest for tonight on our Disney live stream, and that is MoneysFunkoPop. Money and his girlfriend Danny are two awesome people. Justin, as I learned tonight. But these guys are great. They have a fantastic YouTube channel. I believe they're a little over 1,000 subscribers now, which is awesome. I remember started watching them when they were at like 200-300, and it's really cool to see them grow. And they have this awesome series on their channel about moments Funko Pop collectors' lives and like what it means to be a Funko collector. And I think it's really cool because they don't like sugarcoat it. You know, they make videos about not getting Funko Shop drops, not getting the pops you want, and just like sometimes you just want to go throw your pops in the woods. And but if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, please go check out some of their videos. They have some really great content. It's really unique and it's something different, you know, aside from, hey, I bought this grail and look at it, it's awesome. And or just, you know, I have a mystery box today. It was $2,000 from Spastic, and I'm going to pull a $4,000 grail. But here they are. I'm going to bring in Money's Funko Pops. Hey, what's up, guys?
What's going on, man?
So thank you for coming on the channel tonight for Disney night.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, I'm you know, I'm fangirling a little bit here because I've been big fans of your guys' channel for a little while now. So it's really cool to finally meet you guys in person and get to talk Funko with you guys.
Well, thank you so much. I appreciated all of those kind words. It was nice. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I just think you guys are real. You know, there's a lot of stuff on YouTube. I feel like it's very just manufactured. It's not bad. It's just it's not real. It's not significant, and it's you know, a lot of people do stuff for likes and views, and I just feel like you guys you make content because it's how you're actually feeling and it's experiences you've gone through. So, and I know Danny's a huge Disney fan, and I know you guys both enjoy collecting that together. So I want to hear a little bit about your collecting story, you know, where you guys started, you know, what primarily do you focus on, and, you know, just take it away. Let everybody know what you guys are about.
Would you like to go or would you like me to go? Okay. So we started collecting back in 2016. So we've been in the community for about 4 years or so. San Diego Comic-Con 2016 was our first like big Comic-Con we ever did. And right before that, we were at a GameStop and we saw Rick and Morgan from The Walking Dead and Lilo and Stitch. And we looked at each other and we were both like, no, we shouldn't. Because at that point, like I collect Amiibo also. I don't just do pops, but Money's Amiibo just doesn't have a good ring to it. So I don't really show any of that. But
Right.
yo, DJ. So sorry, it's my cousin. So we were like, we really don't need to collect anything else, but these are kind of cool. Let's just get a few of them. And, you know, I'm sure that'll be the start and the end of it. And it wasn't. No, not at all. It's bad.
Now you have this, right?
Basically, yeah.
That's how it starts. It just starts with one, and then 5 years later, you just wake up and you're like, we don't have any room for the toaster anymore because
basically, yeah. And that's the thing about it is that like we both have a lot of similar interests, so we're kind of both like, okay, I'll get The Incredibles and Toy Story. You get Sleeping Beauty, and you know we'll kind of like back and forth as to who gets which lines and stuff. So it works out.
So what do you guys? What's your favorite? You know, favorite Disney characters, favorite movies? Do you remember certain things as a kid? Have you ever been to Disney World or anything? Like, what's your connection to Disney?
We go almost every year, right?
Except for this year.
Well, yeah, because
well, that's everyone.
But yeah, basically. But yeah, we try to go to Disney as often as we can if we can save up the money and be able to go. I've been going since I was a kid, so I've always been a huge Disney kid. I think my favorite Disney character would be Stitch from Lilo and Stitch, and my favorite Disney princess is either Ariel or Rapunzel. And then I don't know about you. Well, I do know.
Yeah, for me, it's Wall-E. Wall-E's my favorite movie of all time, so easily my favorite, you know, Disney character. When it came to pops, you know, they did those original two, like Jet was just showing those original Disney lines. They did the original Wall-E and Eve. And I was able to cop those right when I started. And then when they started doing the Earth Day exclusives, I was like, this is the greatest thing that's literally ever happened to me.
Those are cool too, because they have like the brown recycled box, which was pretty cool.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's really cool. So I'm real stoked. You're grabbing them. I was real stoked to be able to like add more Wall-E representation to my collection because they don't get a lot of love in you know Disney in general. So
I think it's because their movie was like it hit too close to home. You know, I actually this probably sounds crazy. I don't know if you guys caught it before, but I just saw Wall-E for the first time like I don't know, like a month ago. Yeah.
I'm disappointed, but I'm happy you saw it though.
Yeah, finally, right? But no, it's funny. I've watched some of your videos and I've heard Danny say how much she loves Stitch, and my girlfriend shares the same passion. And it was funny because when she first met me, and then we had that unfortunate moment where she found out I was a pop collector, and she did not. She wasn't really like. She wasn't not against them, but she didn't. I could tell like she wasn't sure what was going on. Like why I was doing this, and then slowly down the road, I think she saw a Stitch pop somewhere, and she was like, "Oh, this is really cute," and now she's a collector. So she loves the Stitch ones. Yeah, so I think it's really cool. I think it's really funny how like certain people are like who aren't collectors or don't like certain things, and then they finally see that one character and they're like, you know what, I'm gonna get 22 of these because I need them. So
And I think that's the great thing about Funko too, is it's like they do so many different like little niche things. You know what I mean? Like, what other collectible am I going to be able to get? Kelly Kapoor from The Office and
right.
Andy Dwyer from Parks and Rec. You know what I mean? Like, it's just such a nice little thing to be able to own memorabilia from certain shows and even niche little Disney moments and stuff that you normally might not be able to get merch from. So
yeah, I think for me, it's like collecting Disney is like awesome for me because I get to, you know, relive some of my childhood and like see all my favorite characters growing up and that I still enjoy. And I love when they do the Disney moments because it's always moments that I'm like, oh my gosh, this is perfect. Like, this is amazing. And yeah, it's just like little moments that I remember as a kid.
Yeah.
And I love Disney.
Well, I hope you guys got to see some of Jet's collection because he has an incredible.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I was watching it and I was like, damn, how am I supposed to follow that collection of what the hell?
I know. I knew you were gonna say that too. I was like, oh, he's gonna be mad because he's got to follow that up. And I don't think I really don't feel bad because I don't think there's anything like anybody who could follow that up truly. But that's one of the reasons I wanted.
Yeah.
So I know you guys have a lot of thoughts on, you know, I've seen a lot of your videos on like, you know, the status of Funko, where Funko is going. So what do you guys think in terms of what Funko has done with Disney specifically? Like, do you guys have any thoughts on which characters they should make into pops? Maybe some pops that were a waste of time or pops that they could have really done a better job on, maybe a special limited piece. One of my favorites is actually, because we were talking about Stitch, is the Elvis Stitch. I think they did a great job on that.
That's one of her favorites.
Yeah. I'm actually hoping that Hot Topic pulls out like a random bin one day and restocks that one by accident. I think that would be amazing.
Yeah.
My friends actually drove like 4 states away.
Yeah.
And then they went to a comic shop and they found it and they were like, okay, we have to get this for Danny. And so they bought it for me for my birthday and they surprised it for me. Because at that point it was worth like what? Like
$30 or so.
35, I think.
Yeah.
And I was like,
It's crazy now. It's like 80 to 90 now.
It's almost to 100. Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
But if I had to pick one Disney pop, it would probably be a new Edna Mode because I'm not shelling out that cash for that original one. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I thought with the new Incredibles wave we would get a new Edna and Gist. But then they gave us that like stupid little Jack, you know what I mean? Which I had to have for the Incredible set, of course, but like would have loved a new Edna, you know? So
yeah, it would have been cool. I always thought, since you brought up the Incredibles, I love the Incredibles. I actually like I could watch that movie over and over even to this day. And I thought the second one was okay, but I thought the first one was just truly awesome. One of the things I really wish they made was I would have thought it would have been cool if they actually went back and they made pops of some of the other superheroes in that film. Like the superheroes that they like they don't like expand on, they just like Gazer Beam and all these like super quick snippets and snapshots of those superheroes. I would have thought that would have been really unique, you know, because we didn't get to see a lot of screen time for them. And I just thought it could have been an easy money grab. Like maybe they wouldn't be worth very much, but they could have made them limited or something like that.
Because they did Void for like 2 years ago or something like that.
Yeah.
Would have been the one that like throws up whatever that guy's name was, or the guy who crunches things.
But also like the ones from the first movie. Like the ones from the first movie that they like, they're like terminated.
Yeah.
Oh,
exactly.
Yeah. Got you. Okay, yeah, definitely.
That's because I think they did such a good job on like the Syndrome pop. I love that pop. I'm hoping to get that one day. Oh, there you go. There it is. I have my trusty Mr. Incredible sitting right here. So.
Oh, nice. I used to have the original Elastigirl, but when they announced the Incredibles 2, I was like, I don't want any of these other ones except for Syndrome, so I got rid of all of them.
I think you chose the right one to keep.
I think so, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And that Edna, and this is like a side note, but I think that Edna's gonna crash one day. I don't think anybody's gonna really want that, or she's not a significant enough character in my opinion. Like I think you give it like 4 or 5 years, people gotta look at that character and go, who is that? What did she do?
I love Edna.
Well, because we grew up with it,
Yeah, right. Yeah, she's only in each movie for like 5 minutes, so kids these days might not get the same like attachment that we did. You know what I mean? Kind of
loved
like
her character in the second movie with Jack and the cookie, and like then they did the eye thing, and he goes
the lollipop.
Yeah. I will not be surprised if they do a third. They made a ton of money off the second movie, so there'll probably be a third coming out. Yeah.
The only thing with that is that I hope they do it before the actors keep getting older and older, because you could hear, I can't remember the actor who voices Mr. Incredible, but you could tell that guy's like 75, 80 years old, trying to make the same voice as he was in the movie, 16 years ago, the first Incredibles came out or something like that.
Yeah.
So like, let's not have Grandpa Mr. Incredible. Let's do it like next year.
Yeah, they're going to have to, Incredibles 3 is like 50 years in the future.
Yeah. Retired.
And of course, everyone knows Frozone. Samuel L. Jackson is Frozone. It's just classic.
The man. Yeah.
Classic. Awesome. That's why I was really disappointed, and that is one of my biggest disappointments with Funko, is that we didn't get like an OG Frozone. Like in the first wave. Like, why did we have to wait 14 or whatever it was, 15, 16 years later to finally get a Frozone pop? Like, what's up with that?
Right.
Agreed.
I was even kind of surprised that they even gave us one like in that first wave of Incredibles 2 pops. Like, it just seems so simple for the way that Funko's going. Like, they keep doing just variant after variant after variant. It would have made sense for them to have just done like 20 Jacks like they did, and then no love for Frozone. So I was happily surprised that we finally got him, but I definitely agree. It was a long time coming.
Yeah, especially somebody, it's not like some no-name actor voiced him. He's a pretty big deal.
Oh, absolutely.
So what's something you'd like to see in the future? Maybe like a different character, like a different sculpt. Maybe is there anything else Stitch related do you think that they could make, Danny?
Ooh.
Oh boy. Oh my gosh. I don't know. I have to think about that. I think they've really capitalized on the Stitch Pops. Like, I think I have every single variant except for...
Is it the summer Stitch with the ice cream?
With the ice cream. I think that's the only one I'm missing because the COVID happened when it first came out, so I wasn't able to get it.
Who's the big guy and the little green guy?
Green guy.
With the 3 eyeballs.
He's not green. That's Pleakley.
Yeah, Pleakley. Is he not green?
No.
I don't know much about Lilo and Stitch, as you can tell.
He's close.
Yellowish,
yellow,
yeah, he's in that realm.
He's a mucus. He's a fine mucus color.
There you go.
But they should make them. They should make Jumbo and Pleakley. That's a good point.
Yeah.
They should make them. Yeah. I don't know if a Stitch variant, if there's an, I mean, I'm sure they'll come out with more that I can't even think of.
Oh, they do crazy stuff like Santa Stitch now.
Yeah, it's so cute.
It's not in the movie, right? It's not in the movie, right?
Oh, they just made that up.
Yeah.
Solid. There's a Stitch for every holiday, right? Valentine's Day.
Yeah, there's a Halloween Stitch. Yeah.
Halloween Stitch, Vampire to FYE. Yeah, so
we'll probably get like a President's Day Stitch, like Stitch we don't actually need, like some random one.
But it'll sell, and she'll get it.
She'll buy it. Exactly. Like, that's the crazy thing about some of these characters. Like, they can literally make these characters like, eating a candy bar and we'll buy it. Licking an ice cream cone and we'll buy it.
I am the sucker that will buy it. That will be me.
Yep.
No. And that's one of the things, I don't know if you guys caught Funko Worldwide yesterday, but that's one of the things Don Jarling complains about the most. So
yep.
He was really pissed off. I listened to him rant. He was really pissed off about the Freddies this year, but he's still going to get Taurus Freddy apparently. So,
which I think is a great segment, by the way. I know you were talking about how I do that Funko Collectors in a Nutshell thing over on my side, but I think the news thing is incredible. I look forward to watching. I watched it this morning. Actually, we were getting ready. She's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm watching this video. Leave me alone." I think it's a great thing that you have going.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, we wanted to do something a little different,
Yeah.
Where we could just like yell, but it's like constructive yelling, So
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. There's
it's always good to yell.
Yeah. We have a studio and like he's wearing a suit, so you're confused. Yeah, it's good.
And I love the Christmas decorations. I think that was awesome too. Very fitting.
So a quick side note on that. You would not believe the stress that went into behind the previous 24 hours ripping apart buckets and looking for Christmas decorations in July. That was a very stressful time because I think we just got our Christmas stuff packed up in June, and we were like kicking stuff for so long, and then to finally be like, hey, where's that wreath? I need that. Like, and we started ripping open buckets, and then now we're putting it back. So, you know, it's funny, like the finished product of what actually happens, and I'm sure you guys have the same thing with, you know, YouTube videos and stuff. What actually takes to getting the finished product, there's so much legwork that goes into it. So
yep, absolutely. Yeah.
And you guys
like doing the whole like kicking the pops out in the woods and stuff. Like,
yeah,
I put the pops in the box and I looked at it and I was like, there's no way that I'm actually kicking these. So I went in the closet and I was like, what the hell can I put in this box? So I grabbed a bunch of shoes and stuff and I had to tape the whole box up. And she's like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm making a YouTube video, okay?
Yeah, but you didn't preface that there were shoes in the box. I thought that there were pops in the box, and then you kicked them, and I said, what are you doing? And you said, look, they're shoes. And I said, oh, okay.
Yeah, it's funny. So for our like like people don't get it. Like when you're like in the zone, like we're new to YouTube. We know we've only been doing this like 6-7 weeks now. But like, you know, we're like in it. We're like making videos and we're trying to like, you know, think of like what could work, what's a good idea. And like yesterday or 2 days ago, whatever it was, like we filmed our little like flipping scamming scheme in our own driveway. And like, you know, we got everybody be quiet, like everybody turn the radio off, like we want to make this good, right? And like, sure enough, one of our neighbors is like driving home from work, and one of like the first takes of our video, he just screams, he's like, "What up, guys?" And we're like, "Shut up, we're making a video."
Dude, don't even get me started. We live in a condo community, so there's people who come and mow the grass and stuff like that. And I have a random day off during the week with my work schedule, and it never fails. Whatever day of the week that I'm off and plan on filming videos, these guys are here mowing the grass. Every time I'm sitting here, I did a Spider-Man video unboxing the Entertainment Earth video, and I was so in it recording it, I didn't even realize they were outside mowing. So, and I wore my Spider-Man onesie. I was all set on it. And by the time I bounced it in the iMovie, I was like, oh my God, these guys are mowing the grass in the background the entire time. Had to scrap the entire video because I was like, I can't even post it with
You're picturing one of the Spider-Man onesie. That was the funniest thing. And they're like, can you zip me up? And I was like, no, it's like not doable.
I called her upstairs and I was like, it's really important. I need you to come upstairs. And she rushes upstairs and I'm standing there. I'm like, can you zip up my Spider-Man onesie?
I'm like, I'm working. Hello. Something went wrong.
It's for YouTube.
But it's part of the fun. Yeah, it's for YouTube.
See, but like these little moments, like it's like they only happen because of this, you know. In any other normal setting, that wouldn't make sense. But like, you know, it's for my viewers, like, you know.
Right.
So really quick, I want to hear your guys, like, you know, do you have like any big aspirations for your channel, or you know, what do you have coming up that you're really looking forward to, stuff like that?
So I started YouTube a little bit over a year ago, and I told myself from the get-go that like I would never try and set goals for myself, because if I set goals and I don't meet them, then I might be discouraged in a way, you know what I mean? And that might affect my content. Like I don't have a regular upload schedule on my channel. Like I know some people do like every Monday or, you know, Friday or Saturday or something, but I try to just upload whenever I feel I want to post a video. This way I'm not boxing myself into a corner. So I just hit 1,000, which I still can't even believe, you know what I mean? Like I never would have thought that I would have hit 1K. So it's pretty cool.
But I would say you post videos, like you try and post at least 1 or 2 videos a week. Like, you don't do it a certain day, but I still feel like you try and like constantly put out content.
Absolutely. Yeah. So one thing that I'm going to be doing, I think later on this week, is I went back and I started watching all of my older uploads, and I'm going to be reacting to how my first video was opening. This is really embarrassing. The first ever video was opening the Marvel Collector Core box for Endgame, but every time I pronounce it, I say Marvel Collector Corpse, like I'm talking about a dead body.
He emphasizes it so much, like Marvel Collector Corpse. So it's like so gross. I'm like, why?
So I'm watching this video and I post it. I'm like, my first YouTube video, yeah. And my cousin who's watching right now, he messages me and goes, "Bro, why did you say Collector Corpse? Like, you got to go back and you got to redo it." I'm like, "I'm not redoing it." It's my first video. So I'm doing a react to my first like 6 or 7 uploads. So that's exciting to be able to make fun of past me. So I'm excited for that.
That's pretty cool. I've seen a few YouTubers do that, but I think that's really like humble of you to just be like, yeah, I did this, I said this wrong, and I'm an idiot, and now we're gonna go back and make fun of my old self, you know? So
Yep. So part of the fun.
well, I like that a lot. That's pretty cool. I'm looking forward to that. So real quick, I guess just to wrap up our whole Disney theme, are there any like Disney grails or any pops that you guys would really like to have in your collection one day? You know, if money was no object, or maybe because some pops are just so far out of reach. You know?
Go ahead. Do you have one in mind?
I have a few.
Go ahead.
If money was no object, because I am poor, I would love Queen Amidala from Star Wars. I would love Qui-Gon Jinn from Star Wars, and Rapunzel with the frying pan.
That's what I was gonna say.
Oh, sorry, with the red Pascal. Those would be my 3 top ones that I would love to add to my collection if I was, oh God, what is he pulling?
What's he gonna pull out?
Cry on a live stream. Don't do this to me. I feel like he's pulling out 2 of them. It's gonna be really
Oh,
that's
baby.
the one I really, really want. That's like my number one. I'm so jealous.
So I don't know if you guys know, like I'm a huge Star Wars guy. So
I don't know if you can see, but okay.
oh, there we go. There we go.
So,
Oh, I love BB-8. And just because if we're gonna do this right, I guess we gotta do this right.
Yeah, please,
right.
please. See, I don't know much about Star Wars. I've only seen the movies once, so
yeah,
that's her wheelhouse, not mine.
So disclaimer: I don't have Rapunzel, but
Oh my God,
You're killing me. You're killing me.
love it.
I love them. Amazing.
Those are some awesome
But-
grails, though, man. Those are sick.
yeah. In my defense, unlike most of the Star Wars collectors that have become Star Wars fans the last 2 weeks, I've actually had these for years. So
Nice.
and I got Queen Amidala for $20 because
We dropped the ball on that one, didn't we? Yeah.
nobody
also-
wanted, but nobody wanted these
Okay.
pops for years. Nobody
Yeah.
wanted.
Yeah.
The blue box one sat forever. Yeah. Like General Grievous, that sat around forever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I messed that one up.
You did. You did.
I owned it for a while, and I was like, oh, I don't want this, and I sold it for
Yeah.
$20, and now it's worth like what, 200 probably, General Grievous. So
It's going down though. It's going down. I got a video coming out about the Star Wars trends and everything. So it's going down. Right now is a nice lull. If you want to get something, try to get it now because when Mando season 2 drops, that's it. That's it.
That's good.
ooh, good point.
I'm getting all the baby Yodas because I'm insane.
Yeah, they really reeled in all the. I feel like they reeled in all the female collectors with Baby Yoda.
Amen.
I
we have a stack of Baby Yoda in the corner. I'm like, do something with these.
can't not get them. I will admit, as much as I love Star Wars, I haven't always been a Star Wars fan. Just recently I got into it. But once I like watched them all, now I'm like obsessed. I'm like, I can't not.
Yeah, I could go on a whole rant about Star Wars because I had this plan for my Star Wars collection. Like I was just slowly like every 2-3 months I would pick up a grail, we'd join the family, we put you in the Christmas card and we move on. But like now all of a sudden like Star Wars pops are just like through the roof and I'm just like, okay, I guess I could sell my car or, offer someone to adopt my dog, to get Freddy Boba Fett or the Sith Trooper, but like forget
For
it.
real though, yeah.
Yeah.
It's wild.
Like
Yeah,
I haven't.
it
I
probably had to
actually.
do with the 9th movie coming out, right? There was a lot of hype around that. Did I see that one?
I made you watch it, but not in the theater. I saw it in theater, but you didn't.
Right. Yeah.
It seems like Danny knows a little bit more about Star Wars than you do, which is usually never the case.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've only seen the movies once through, and I was like, "Oh, these are movies. These are cool.
Yeah,
It's
he
not
did
really my
not.
thing,
He fell asleep through like we watched it 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, and then 7, 8, 9. So we watched 4 and 5 first. He fell asleep through both of them. And I was like staring at the screen, like watching it, and he woke up and he was like, "What's going on?" I was like, "This movie's so good."
Because we went to Disney this past December into January before lockdown and everything started happening, and that was our first time going to Batu. So
Okay.
we were like, oh, neither of us have seen Star Wars. We should see it so we know what the heck's going on.
Right.
And then that's when we started watching them. And I was like, oh, it's cool. And she was like, when's the new one coming out?
I was like, I'm ready.
Well, there's plenty of Star Wars stuff on the horizon. I actually just read an article yesterday that we have 9 Disney Plus shows currently in the works, in addition to Mandalorian. So they're
Which is
either
October, right?
Yeah, and they're either going to oversaturate the market and make everyone sick of Star Wars, or true Star Wars fans like me and Danny, we're just going to be up all night watching everything.
That'll be me.
Sounds about right.
I'm good with it. I'm good with it.
I tried to get my girlfriend into it. She, to her credit, she watched Solo and she watched Rogue One with me. And then we were about 10 words into the whole conversation where you go, well, we can't really watch them in order because they came out with 4, 5, 6, and you have to do 1, 2, 3, and now they do 7, 8, 9. But Luke Skywalker is technically in most of them. She was just like, if I need a map to figure out how to watch these things, and then she's like, that's on top of trying to remember who Qui-Gon Jinn is and why the droids have weird names. She does like the droids, but she looked at me. She's like, if I have to do homework before I actually watch the movie, that's it. I'm out. So
that was us with the MCU. When we started watching the MCU, I was like, we got to watch this one and this one and this one, but not Thor of the Dark World. And then this one. And she was like, this is too much.
But it was funny because when watching Star Wars, we like asked our friends who had watched Star Wars, which there's a few of them, which order to watch it in, and they all gave us different answers. And I was just like, F it. Like, we're doing 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, and then 7, 8, 9.
Because it would be an injustice to the way that they, like, that was the creative vision they had for the movies. So I was like, it was an injustice not to watch them in the release order. That was my thought about it.
I have no regrets with the way we watched it.
20 different ways.
Yeah, everyone has different thoughts. And then, God forbid, you start getting into the animated shows with Rebels and Clone Wars, and now we have Mandalorian on top of everything.
Right.
I mean, I feel like I start explaining stuff to people and I blink and then everybody's just left the room because it's just too much headache. So,
but you're still having a good time talking about it, though. It's all that matters.
I love it. I'll be around when nobody wants to talk about Star Wars. I'll be around when all the pops drop down to $10. I'll still have mine. So.
I was going to say, you always have her to talk about it.
Yeah, there we go. We'll have to do a.
Amidala or Qui-Gon Jinn. Let me know.
I had 2, which I gave the other one to a friend of mine, just because he was like, I can't find this pop. He actually let me know really quick. He was like, that Queen Amidala pop is like $300 now, and I was like, what? What are you talking about? I got 2 of these for $20. And he was like, oh my God, I'll give you like $250, $300 for it. I was like, I'll just give it to you, like just pay for shipping. So
right, that's what it's all about. Yeah.
Yeah, he had just had a baby. I was like, you got your hands full. Like, you made a mistake of having kids, so here, you can have this and everything. So no, I'm just kidding. Like, kids are great or whatever. So no offense to anybody in here who has kids. I just haven't gone in that trap yet, but one day we'll see. But it was great having you guys on. Thank you so much for coming on tonight. And we got into a little Star Wars and some other things, but you guys have an awesome channel, and I just definitely want to shout out everybody in here. If you guys haven't checked out MoneysFunkoPops, his goal is not to get 1 million followers. He's completely content with where he is right now, and I think that's just awesome. You guys have a lot of fun, and I even showed my girlfriend. I was like, look, they're reviewing like SDCC pops together, and she was just like, oh, maybe one day. But she's a little camera shy, so hopefully one day we'll get there. But I think you guys have a great channel, so please keep up the good work and really enjoying the content.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for having us and all the kind words. I appreciate it. It's a labor of love, but I love making content. So
yeah, absolutely, man. Well, thank you guys. I hope you stick around for the rest of the live stream and enjoy the show.
Thank you so much, man.
All right, we'll talk soon, guys. All right, guys, so that was MoneysFunkoPops. Like I said, they have a fantastic YouTube channel. Definitely go check them out, Justin and Danny. Really hope you guys enjoyed everything we've done so far. We have the Poppin Duo coming on next. I see them here in the studio, so we're going to bring them on. It's been a great stream so far for those of you guys who have been watching it with us. Thank you guys so much for the support, and let's bring in our third and final guest, the Poppin Duo.
Hi.
Hey, guys. Hey, what's up? Vince and Gabby, welcome to the stream.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, absolutely. We're just talking Disney tonight and showcasing other collectors. So I've been a fan of your channel for I'd say like 3, 4 months now when I first, started to watch and find it. And I noticed you guys were huge Disney collectors. Like I saw like 3 consecutive videos of yours where you guys were about to open a mystery box and Gabby was just like next to you, like, oh my God, I hope it's a Disney pop. So you guys were definitely on my short list of, oh man, I hope I can get them on the channel for this week.
Yeah, we definitely. She always wants Disney pops for sure.
Yeah. So I want to hear about, how long you guys been collecting, how long you guys been doing a channel. Definitely tell the viewers a little bit about yourself.
Sure. So yeah, we started actually with mystery minis probably like 3 years ago, maybe 3 years ago. So we bought a bunch of mystery minis. Really didn't know anything about Funko Pops per se. I mean, we were more in the minis, picking them up here and there. And then I started getting some of the Iron Man pops, some of the Marvel pops, started collecting those. So probably like 2 years ago. And probably only had about until, we started the channel in April. So, and really before April, we probably only had, like I said, maybe 30, 40 pops total.
Yeah, not that many.
Yeah, now we've got about 400. So we pretty quickly. But yeah, we started the YouTube channel. I didn't have Instagram or anything before that. So we started YouTube and Instagram and kind of, it was a fun way. We've been talking about doing something together for a long time with this kind of thing. So it kind of worked out good. We've been having a lot of fun, collecting what she likes, collecting what I like, and just kind of building it through the mystery boxes, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, and for those of you guys who don't know, like mystery boxes are a great way to start a collection, right? Because you don't know what you're going to get, and different companies put out a lot of great boxes where you can get a wide variety of stuff. And that's one of the reasons why I started collecting. How many different toy companies or collectible companies make something where you can have like a Disney product next to an ad icon next to a whole array of sports pops now. There's so much stuff. So what are your guys' favorites?
Yeah, so we've gone pretty hard on the ad icons. I know that's probably our biggest collection. Got a decent amount of Freddy. Not a ton of Freddy's, but a decent amount of the least expensive ones or less expensive ones. And then Disney's definitely, right up there. And Marvel. So it's like Marvel, Disney, ad icons, and Freddy's.
Yeah.
So it's kind of limited, but it's, it's not that it gets kind of big kind of quick. So we're trying to rein it in a little bit on certain series and trying to finish off different runs and whatnot.
Yeah.
But that's good though. I think that prevents people from getting burned out. Like I've seen a lot of collectors come into the community and they like almost 2 months later they just get burned out because they just try to collect so many different lines, and then like you just mentioned, Marvel and ad icons and just Disney alone, like they're just such massive lines. It's very hard to complete.
Yeah, you could be 800-900 pops in and still be trying to grab stuff. So yeah, we've started kind of reining it. Even with the Disney stuff, we're trying to get like a lot of the OG ones and the movies that we really like. And she's got certain favorites that we definitely we'll definitely keep. But yeah, building it through the mystery boxes is nice because we came into it so late that to try to get older ones, it's not like you can go to the store and pick these up off the shelf anywhere. So it's kind of cool to be able to build it that way and get some that you got to kind of figure out what you're going to do with. But we're having fun kind of building it that way.
Yeah, and that's awesome too. And I it's funny, I keep hearing these people say, like, I only started collecting in like 2014, 2015. So I only came into it like 5 years after they really started. And 10 years from now, if these pops are still around and everybody's collecting the way they are, at that point you wouldn't really come in late,
Right.
So I think it's funny that people keep saying, oh, I came in late or I just started. Like, well, we don't know what the future holds for Funko. I think Funko will still be around. I think they'll just go up and down in waves. So what late to you could be, early to somebody else down the road.
Yeah, totally agree. Kind of how it's gone this year. We've been able to pick up grails this year that coming in late, like we got the Kraken back there, and well, that's another line. We collect the myths too. So, you know, we got all the myths other than, you know, the real expensive ones. But, you know, so I think you said it best. Even if you're coming in late, you're still, you know, you're still going to pick up stuff that down the road could be worth a little bit more, or just stuff that, you know, we've got pops over here that are probably $10, but they're some of our, you know, some of our favorite ones. So.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't have to be $1,000 to be your favorite pop.
Right.
So what are your favorite, like what draws you guys to collecting Disney? Like what are your favorite movies, favorite characters? You know, what got you into it?
So what's your favorite?
My favorite movie right now is probably like either Moana or The Little Mermaid, somewhere in between there.
Yeah. I like the older ones, and you know, Moana, I like Moana too. I like Moana's a good one, and actually I like Frozen. I mean, when we saw it at the movie theater, I actually loved it right away. I'm pretty sure I downloaded the songs and everything within the first day or two. So, and then I mean, we up until this year, of course, but we've taken. She has a brother too, and we've gone to Disney for the last 6 or 7 years now. Yeah. So it's kind of, I went when I was younger, so to be able to kind of share that and you know, be able to kind of collect some of this stuff that, you know, we both can enjoy. It's been kind of, you know, Disney is something that kind of transcends the generations from, you know, our grandparents to, you know, to now us as old people, and then, you know, the younger kids. So yeah, it's kind of cool how it kind of brings us all together.
Yeah, exactly. It's so I don't know if you guys saw the beginning of the stream with Jet Funko, but that's one of the things we were bringing up, and you know, it's definitely these iconic characters and these movies. You know, they definitely bring us together, and they bring our families together, and it's something that, you know, you're already doing. We were talking about passing it on to our kids and family, and you guys are living proof of it. So it's pretty cool.
Yep, for sure. Yeah, it's kind of cool. Sometimes we'll get a mystery box, and I'll be like, "Do you know who this is?" And she won't have a clue, but you know, Disney. As soon as we open it, she knows exactly who it is, whether it came out in the 40s or came out in the 50s or whatever. So yeah, that just kind of transcends everything. So it's definitely something we love about it. Kind of, you know, it's definitely something we can kind of bond over.
Yeah, absolutely. So you must each both have, like, if you guys had to pick a favorite Disney pop in your collection, what would it be?
What would you say your favorite is right now?
Oh my gosh,
I think I know which one.
Many. Oh, I know.
Yeah,
It's the Dopey Chase.
Yeah, we just got this one the other day, so I'll try to get it out. Oops.
Oh, nice.
Glare. Not a super expensive one, but the Dopey Chase. That's her favorite. You know what? Actually, I think maybe my favorite. Here, let me grab this one.
Which one?
You know, we don't have a lot of the Moana Pops yet.
Oh.
I think the Moana Pops are probably some of the coolest looking Pops out of the Disney line, but this was the Tamatoa.
Oh yeah, that one's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was really unique. I mean, I didn't see too many other, you know, the sideways Pops. Now they got the child ones and stuff like that, but you know, I like a lot of actually the Moana Pops that we don't have a lot of, but they're very, you know, very cool, detailed Pops for sure.
I think that that movie is like a sleeper, in my opinion. Like, I feel like people, they didn't know really much about it. I mean, well, nobody really knew anything about it because it was kind of like a new thing with Disney. But I saw the movie and I was blown away. I was like, this is an amazing movie, and the soundtrack was great. The you know, all the picture and the animation, it was fantastic.
Yeah, we really like that movie for sure.
Yeah, and of course, I feel like every other day I hear somebody singing that, like, "You're Welcome" song by The Rock, or they make some kind of reference to it. So that's definitely like an iconic song now.
Yeah, I definitely sing it every once in a while or so, for sure.
Yeah, and I feel like too, like when you're watching that movie, I don't know if it's just me, but when I hear The Rock talking or singing in that movie, I feel like he's having a blast. Like he was just having so much fun in the studio making that movie.
Yeah,
so I have a feeling they're probably going to make a second one at some point, just because of how well the first one.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, I mean, I think that's why they did with Frozen. Frozen was okay. The second one was okay. I loved the first one. The second one was all right, but you know, you get why they got to do that. So.
Yeah, it sucks sometimes. I think it'd almost be better if they just, you know, they left the original alone. You know, just gave us a one-off. But it's Disney; they got to make money. You know, I'm sure it's you know, they saved the images on their computers already, so they're just gonna open them back up and make another film. So,
Exactly.
So getting back to Funko, what's something you guys would like to see or Funko make Disney related? Maybe a new pop or a new character, maybe a new mold of an existing pop. I'm sure you guys have had ideas, or you know, maybe a new soda. I've seen you guys open up a lot of sodas on your channel.
Yeah, it'd be cool. Now they don't have any of the Disney sodas, so that would definitely be cool. You know, I really like what they did with those new Mickeys coming out.
Yeah, yeah.
Those look, you know, those look great. We pre-ordered the 5-pack, and just the way that those will display, I think that's pretty cool. It's something I didn't really think about, but yeah, I mean, I think that's going to definitely be a cool lineup.
Yeah.
So since you guys do collect Disney, I want to get your opinion. What do you think about the new Alien remix pops?
What do you think of those?
I personally like them because like I get to see like I like the aliens and I like all the other pops. So like together, I think they're really cool.
Yeah, for me, I think I think they're I think they're okay. You know, I don't like all the. I'm gonna sound like an old man. I don't like when they mix all that stuff together. But no, they're cool. I mean, for what they are, you know, I get it, and I think they probably do play off to the kids a little bit more. Like the Toy Story, I liked all the Toy Stories too, but it's like that younger generation.
Yeah.
I mean, I think, you know, but that's my opinion, I guess. But you know, I think they're cool for what they are. I mean, I do like them. It's not something I'd like chase after, but if we got some, we definitely would keep them for sure.
Yeah, I think it's unique, and you know, we'll probably see 3-4 months from now. You guys will probably be pulling them left and right from mystery boxes. So
I kind of have a feeling of that. I kind of have a feeling that might be that way.
Yeah, I had no idea they were going to make so many. I was just doing research on them yesterday, and like I saw the alien as Kevin from Up, and I saw a few other ones, and then there's actually a lot of them. There's like the alien as Buzz, and like the alien as Woody. Like I think they're going a little overboard, in my opinion.
Well, I think we had there's a little alien and Buzz up there that we got that they had, you know, another toy manufacturer. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know which brand it was. Like that little guy there. But and I think that they have like way more. So I wouldn't be surprised if they keep rolling with those, you know, after that first initial wave too. So that might be something that might get a little overdone. And like I said before, you know, if you're collecting Disney, like if you want that set, that's cool. But there's so many other Disney characters that I'd put ahead of that. I think is why I would go after those before I tried to complete a set of something like that. Because there's probably going to be so many, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. They're probably just gonna keep going because why not? You know.
Right.
It's an easy money grab. You know?
Yeah, for sure.
But what did you guys think of? You know, we didn't get a ton of Disney this year for San Diego Comic-Con. Were you guys able to pick anything up or get anything?
Disney stuff. I think we struck out on all the Disney stuff. Let's see. There was the Yzma. Like we got
that one.
Actually, we have it right here too. So we got the
Yzma. Yeah.
Which I think they had it as the cat. We missed out on that.
Yeah.
I think the only thing really from us with the disaster that they had, I think the only thing we ended up with was the Crunchberry soda can and one of the 2 cans. I think that was it. Everything else is struck out on. So
hey, at least you got something. A lot of people did not get anything, myself included. So
yeah, exactly. I mean, it got to like 50 minutes past you know, when it dropped, and I'm like, you know, they said not to refresh. I'm refreshing. I click refresh, went right through, of course, and you know, it was kind of a bummer, but you know, it happens. What are you gonna do? I
was so shocked. You know, you mentioned you got the Crunchberry soda. You know, why the heck wasn't there a chase? Like that seems so lazy, in my opinion.
Yeah, they didn't. I think on the past ones they didn't do. I mean, maybe one of them. You know, a lot of there was a Batman one that maybe from last New York Comic Con or something like that might have had a chase, but a lot of the convention ones they haven't done the chases, which I kind of wish that they would.
Yeah, if anything, it kind of doesn't give you guys as much material for content, right? Because it's all about the surprise. If you guys just open it up and you know exactly what it is, you know,
Yeah, we love the idea. I mean, the chase part of it has been. I mean, she loves it. Those are probably her favorite to open. So yeah, I definitely I would like to see chases with all of them. Just that chance and that suspense to buy 5 of them and see what ends up happening.
Yeah, I definitely think they could do a lot with Funko sodas, and especially they could just go down a whole rabbit hole with Disney and do all kinds of crazy stuff.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, some of them, I might have commented on your video or something. Some of them are such a subtle difference. I mean, you'll see on one of our videos if you haven't seen it already. We opened up.
I did actually, yeah.
We had a chase. I was editing the video at night, and I'm like, "Oh my god, we had a chase!" Those two are different. I didn't realize it until I was watching and seeing that the editing and one of them just was a little bit different. And,
yeah, I think it was the Wonder Woman, right?
Actually, Wonder Woman's very subtle too. I had no idea.
Yeah.
She figured it out, and then we looked at that card. It was actually Skeletor, right?
Yes.
Oh, Skeletor, yeah, because you guys had 2 chases, and I guess you thought you only had 1 or something.
Yeah, we thought we had just the Wonder Woman, which we didn't even order. We didn't order Wonder Woman, but we were being in the box. So
hey, you'll take. I think she's like $50, right? Take the
chase. We definitely will take it because I mean we don't have the best. We've actually done good though with the soda cans. We've done pretty good, but we go up and down a little bit. So.
Yeah, and now thankfully, they're coming out with some more ad icon sodas, so we have a lot to look forward to.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, looking forward to all the stuff that they released. The McDonald's pops and all that other stuff looks like it's going to be good. So yeah, it should be an exciting year.
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, so far McDonald's has been a bloodbath. I'm not really looking to fight people over those.
No, I think I'm going to wait for now. Yeah, I'm definitely back and wait for right now. It doesn't seem like a good idea to jump in that pool yet.
So you guys have had a pretty successful channel. I mean, you started out in April, and now I think you're right around like 750. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, somewhere around there.
We're right around there now.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. So, I'm sure when you guys started it, I don't know, did you expect this much success moving into it? Like,
no, because really we didn't know what success would. Like when we got our first like 10 people that subscribe, we're like, oh my gosh, like people are actually,
like, oh my gosh,
watching what's going on. So no, I mean we're having fun with it. We just did our first pop hunt yesterday.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
We went out to Barnes and Noble. They had sales, so we picked up some Disney stuff, and I think we ended up getting about 20 different pops because there were some certain ones, they're just commons more or less, but you don't want to buy them online and pay the shipping and all this. You get them on sale. So we had a fun time doing that. That was a little bit different, and we're gonna probably try to sprinkle that in a little bit, and just kind of have fun with. Just have fun with it. So.
Do you guys have any personal goals, or I'm sure you'd like to get to 1,000 at some point?
Yeah, I think getting to 1,000's it seems like that's kind of the benchmark. I mean, after that, we've never really talked, we got to do this to get to this.
Right.
But as long as we're still having fun doing it, we're going to just keep kind of, keep doing what we're doing, I guess.
Hey, if it works, don't change it, right?
Exactly. Yeah, if we can have fun and keep on adding some cool stuff to the collection, and if people are enjoying it, we've been able to. It's been kind of cool because we've done a couple like things for charity. We've been giving back a little bit on that kind of. So to have that platform to be able to do that, I actually that's like, and honestly that and interacting just like people like yourself. I mean, we chatted a little bit.
Yeah.
You even I think started a YouTube channel. I honestly, that's like my favorite part is just kind of interacting with people. And I've got a couple people that we've been talking to. They're trying to find pops for me. I'm trying to find pops for them. And that's kind of, it's fun to kind of be in the community and just kind of support one another.
Yeah, absolutely. I've had a blast. I mean, I really didn't, it's funny, like I started collecting like 2014, 2015 ish. And I really didn't get into like the whole community, like online aspect until really like this year. I had no idea there were so many people that did this, number one, and then just the connections, and it's crazy. Like now I feel like I have more online and virtual friends than I do in person.
I'm pretty sure I don't have I didn't have Facebook, I didn't have Instagram, I didn't do any social media up until April. So it's been and like YouTube now, Instagram, and all this stuff, and to kind of have that, it's been fun.
Yeah, absolutely. And I know we've chatted a little bit. I know you're a hockey guy,
Yes.
so I really appreciate that. Have you been able to hit the ice at all or anything? And
last Tuesday was the first time out since April. They kind of stopped their season, and then we got a group of guys that actually we're playing this Tuesday. So hopefully the next couple Tuesdays until they say we can't skate anymore, we're gonna try to get up here and.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, we're still all closed down over here, and it's killing me, man. I was on the ice almost every day, and then the quarantine kicked in out of nowhere, and it's been rough.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I think I might have said that to you before too, but yeah, I haven't had a break like this since I was probably 12 years old. So yeah, it's it's in our blood. When you play hockey, it's kind of in your blood, and to kind of not be able to do it, it was sore, definitely sore. I just started getting over it, so it took about a week to recover. But we're hoping to get out there a couple more times over the summer here. So.
And you guys are up in Michigan, right? That's like the heart of hockey up there.
Yeah, we got rinks kind of all around us here. So yeah, it kind of works out good for us.
But finally, we got hockey back on TV. We got the playoffs. I don't know if you guys are Red Wings fans or who you're pulling for.
Yeah, I hate to say unfortunately right now. I mean, up to the last 20 years or so, I definitely want to say unfortunately. But yeah, the last couple of years, unfortunately, yes, we're Red Wings fans right now.
Oh, well, you had some good years with the Yzerman and Lindstrom or Lidstrom, excuse me, and Pavel Datsyuk and all those guys. So you had a good run for a while.
Yeah, I'm not going to complain. When I was young, they were awful, and then they got great pretty much the whole time I was growing up and really being able to watch a lot of hockey. Now, since kids and whatnot, I haven't really been able to stay up with the sports as much as I used to, but still definitely we'll watch a game and go to a game whenever we can for sure.
And I definitely I would hold on to that Kraken pop, because I think with the announcement of the Seattle Kraken, who knows? I
saw that. Yeah, I'm kind of fired up by that even.
So I think it's super cool. I think their logo is cool. I'm a diehard Rangers fan. I was born the last time they won the cup, so I'm hoping they win the cup one more time before I die. Yeah. That's kind of like the joke. So it's tough. It's tough being a Rangers fan, but it is what it is. So
yeah, you go through those stretches for sure. I mean, it's better than being a Toronto fan. No offense to any of the Toronto fans.
That's true. But I am jealous. They got Matthews and a bunch of guys.
They got a good team. So
Marner is fun to watch too. Some of those guys.
The young guys. Those young guys right now are definitely, definitely something to watch for sure.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I want to thank you guys for coming on. Do you have any videos dropping this week? Anything that we can look for?
Yeah, we've got one tomorrow. Usually we'll release on Monday and Thursday, and then we do a Saturday video almost every week too. Yeah. So we've been doing about 3 videos a week, more or less. We do have one ready for tomorrow, which we do pull a Disney pop out of. So
there we go.
That'll be the little teaser for tomorrow's video.
Well, that's awesome. I'm definitely looking forward to checking it out. And thank you guys for coming on. You guys have an awesome channel. Please keep up the content. Hopefully you're able to grab some Smile World boxes tonight.
I actually got a couple. I actually got a couple. So it worked out kind of good because it was a Marvel box. So that's my second love. So we're hoping, we got our fingers crossed on those.
Yeah, I'm a big Marvel guy. So. Yeah. Looking forward to Black Widow and all those other movies. But that's for another stream. We're gonna do a whole Marvel breakdown and everything.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, thank you guys. Like I said, keep up the great work. I'm really enjoying the content, and I'm sure a lot of other people in the chat are as well. So thank you guys so much.
We appreciate it. Yeah, anytime. Thank you.
Yeah, and keep a lookout for that little package I sent you. We'll chat soon.
Yes, sounds good.
All right, thanks, guys.
Yeah. Bye.
All right, guys, so that was the Poppin Duo. Vince and Gabby, like I said, they have a great channel. Go check them out. They do a lot of mystery boxes. So tonight was pretty crazy. I had a bunch of people on that first time I got to talk to them in person. So it's really awesome experience for myself as well as you guys getting to watch. So before we wrap things up, I just want to do our Patreon raffle for the Disney Pop tonight that we are giving away. So like I said, to get into this raffle once a month, you just have to be a patron of the channel. Right now we have 5 patrons, and I want to thank you guys so much for all the support. For all you guys who have subscribed, who are liking my videos, and who are helping build up my channel, I really appreciate that. Yeah, it's just been like Professor Josh said, all about good community. I've met so many great people in all corners of the United States. I've even met a few great people in other countries that I communicate with regularly. But I want to do this quick raffle so I can give back to my patrons. And like I said, I really appreciate you guys' support every month. It allows me to do things on the channel and keep providing good content for you guys. So we're going to do this, raffle box style. I know a lot of people do this with the tickets in the stack. If you guys ever see me with tickets in a stack, I don't raffle off pops for money. If I'm doing a raffle, it's because it's completely free. So like I said, tonight's prize is the Organization 13 Kingdom Hearts Mickey from 2018 San Diego Comic-Con, the shared exclusive. So I saw a bunch of you guys in here today in the chat. Jay Haynes, Anthony, thank you guys so much for being a patron. And if you guys want to become a patron, I put a link. We don't ask for much, and we have 2 small tiers, and we try our best to give you the most bang for your buck. So, as you guys know, my girlfriend Joanna, Miss Slapshots, as she's been referred to, she's the mastermind behind the operation, and couldn't have done it without her help either. So there's a lot of people that go into building this channel and keeping it up to what it's been. So thank you guys. All right, so here we go. All right, I got a name. So let's see who's going to be our July patron raffle winner for Mickey. So here we go. I got the ticket. I'll open it up so you guys can see first. And it looks like, oh, Daryl Jr. Congratulations, my man, Daryl Jr. So I think this works out for you. I know I sent you that Mickey for your regular Patreon box, and I know your kids were fighting over it, so that works out perfectly. You got another Mickey coming your way. So congratulations, Daryl Jr. Daryl Jr. has been a great friend of mine and supporting me for a while. He even sent me a Mark Messier Chase pop. So yeah, I'm really happy to see this go to him. He's a great guy. If you guys don't follow him on Instagram, definitely go check him out. He's awesome. So congratulations. If he's not still in the chat, I am excited to send him a message at the conclusion of this live stream. So thank you guys so much for watching the Collector's Crease tonight, where we showcase 3 different channels and or Instagrammers. So this was awesome. Thank you guys so much for coming out and watching. I had a great time, like I said, getting to connect and talk to new collectors, especially people that I talked to already. Getting to put a face to the name and getting to talk to them and hear them in person is just truly amazing. So I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did, excuse me. And I'm happy to announce that next week we will actually be doing ad icons. And we already have a couple great channels and Instagrammers and Funko collectors lined up for next week. So I'm really excited. So definitely tune in next week to the Collector's Crease again, and we'll be talking about ad icons. So as you guys know, Slapshot Pops, we do a lot of stuff here on our channel. We got Funko Worldwide. We do mystery boxes. We talk Funko, collectibles, Legos, all kinds of stuff. So if you guys haven't seen any of my videos, definitely go check it out. If you're new here, please subscribe to the channel. It is awesome. It helps us out and it helps us grow. And yeah, we're just really happy and really excited to be doing what we're doing. So thank you guys so much for tuning in tonight. And remember, guys, don't stop shooting until you score. Hope you guys have a good night and a good week, and we will see you soon. Take care, guys.